Problem 35. The physicians in problems 3-34 have been approached by a market research firm that offers to perform a study of the market at a fee of $5,000. The market researchers claim their experience enables them to use Bayes' theorem to make the following statements of probability. Develop a new decision tree for the medical professionals to reflect the options now open with the market study. We're going to start out with our same decision node, but we need to modify this a little bit based on a decision on whether or not to use the market research firm. So our first decision has to do with that study. So again, we have two decisions. However, our first decision is, should we conduct a market study? Or do we not conduct a market survey? If we conduct a market survey, there are two things that could happen. First, the survey could be favorable, or the survey could be unfavorable. With each of these results, we have another decision node, and with each of these, we have two decisions. And that has to do with whether or not we construct. So we construct, or we do not construct. We construct, or we do not construct. If we construct, again, we have two markets. A favorable market and an unfavorable market. Then down here, we still have, if we don't conduct a survey, we still have a decision to make. So we either construct or we do not construct. Okay, now it's time to start typing in some numbers. The marketing firm is going to charge these physicians $5,000. So that's $5,000 that we lose no matter what the results of the survey are. And so we have to take that off of any profit that we might receive. So in the prior example, our payoff was going to be $100,000 if we constructed a clinic in a favorable market. However, because we now have to pay for the survey, our payoff is now $5,000 less, or $95,000. Similarly, in an unfavorable market, our payoff was minus $40,000, but now with that $5,000 fee, our payoff will be minus $45,000. Even if we don't construct the clinic at all now, because of the survey, we're going to lose $5,000 if we end up not constructing the clinic. So I'm going to plug those numbers in. Again, for an unfavorable survey, and then down at the bottom part, if we don't conduct the survey, then we're not losing the $5,000. So the payoffs for this bottom part stay the same. 100,000 minus 40,000 and 0. The next thing we need to plug in are our probabilities. And you note that the probabilities have changed because of Bayes' theorem. And so a favorable market now has a probability of 0.82. An unfavorable market is now 0.18. Or a favorable market for an unfavorable survey is 0.11. And an unfavorable market with an unfavorable survey is 0.89. These probabilities stay the same. And the last probabilities we need are the probabilities associated with whether or not the survey itself will be favorable. So the probability of a favorable research survey is 0.55. The probability of an unfavorable survey then is 0.45. Then I'm going to label these circles just for reference points. So I'm going to label this one 1. I'm going to label this one 2, 3, and 4. All right, so the EMV for node number 2 is node 2 equals 0.82 times 95,000 plus 0.18 times minus 45,000, and that gives me an EMV of 69,800. That's node 2. Node 3 equals 0.11 times 95,000 plus 0.89 times minus 45,000, And that gives me a total of minus 29,600. So here, my highest is 69,800. Right here, my highest number is minus 5,000, because minus 5,000 is higher than minus 29,600. And node 4 is the same as it was before, 0.5 times 100,000 plus 0.5 times minus 40,000, and that gives me 30,000. So that 30,000 goes right here. The next thing I have to do now is figure out node 1. So I'm going to take 0.55 times 69,800 plus 0.45 times minus 5,000 and that gives me 36,140. And that 36,140 goes right here. If I conduct a market study, my EMV is 36,140. If I do not conduct a market study, then my EMV is 30,000. So because I always want to go with the highest number, and 36,140 is higher than 30,000, then my decision is to conduct a market study.